Why nothing brings you joy anymore? You may have noticed it quietly. The songs that once moved you don't land. Food tastes fine, but not alive. You sit with people you like and still feel a kind of flatness. You try a new show, a new hobby, a weekend away. For a moment, there's a spark, then the same dullness returns. You begin to wonder, what's wrong with me? Let's look at this very simply, without any authority, without calling it a problem to fix. Just observe together what is actually happening. First, see how joy has usually worked for us. Something pleases the senses or the mind. A message from a friend, a purchase, the taste of something sweet, a compliment. There's a sensation. Thought comes in and says, I like this. Let's have more. That mixture, sensation plus thought, becomes desire. Desire chases a repeat of that sensation. When it gets what it wants, there is relief. We often call that relief joy. If you watch closely, much of what we call joy is the ending of a want for a moment. A toy wanted, then obtained. A message hoped for, then received. The itch is scratched, and the scratching feels good. But the itch returns, usually stronger, because thought remembers and says again. Krishnamurti pointed out that this is how desire breeds illusion. Sensation is natural, but when thought takes hold of sensation and builds an image of you with the thing, you being admired, you succeeding, it becomes a movement that distorts. Desire tries to secure a permanent, satisfying state for me. And because life is always moving, because nothing can be held that way, desire becomes disappointment, then more seeking. The joy becomes thinner with each round because you see the trick a little. You can feel that the pleasure is tied to a chase. The moment the chase stops, you feel empty again. So when nothing brings you joy anymore, one thing may be happening. You have started to see through the game of pleasure and relief, not as an idea, but as a fact in your daily living. The old excitements don't work because you can no longer fully believe in them. This is not failure. It can be an honest seeing. Now, what do we usually do at this point? We try to fix it. We tell ourselves to be grateful. We buy something new. We book a trip. We change our diet. We change our routine. We seek a stronger sensation, a bigger distraction, a brighter story. Please look at that movement carefully. The attempt to get your joy back is the same machinery of desire. The same process thought has been running. Desire cannot end desire. The one who tries to control desire is still desire. The more you push, the more you strengthen the pusher. Perhaps the first step is not a step at all. It is to watch. When you say, "Nothing brings me joy," pause. What is that feeling exactly? Don't label it depression, boredom, meaninglessness. Don't rush to fix it. Sit with it like you would sit with a child who is sad. Feel the flatness in the body, the heaviness in the chest, the tightness in the throat, the restlessness in the legs. Notice how thought tries to name it, to compare it with yesterday, to bring in a memory, to promise a remedy. Just watch the whole field: sensations, thoughts, the urge to do something without choosing sides. This attention is not a method. It is not a trick to get joy back. It is simply seeing what is. That such attention is like a flame. At the very moment of a hurtful word, if there is total attention, there is no registration and therefore no hurt carried over. In the same way, at the very moment of this joyless feeling, if there is total attention, there is no adding of a story, no building of a self who is joyless. The moment is simply as it is. And in that simple seeing, a quietness comes. Another place to look is the way we live with images. Each of us carries an image of who we are, how we should feel, how our day should go, what joy should look like. I am a lively person. I am the one who always finds the bright side. I am a helper. I get satisfaction from helping. When reality doesn't match the image, we feel hurt or empty. Then thought says, "I've lost myself," and begins chasing the image to feel whole again. What if the very image is the cause of the hurt? If there is an image, it can be scratched, dented. If there is no image, what is there to injure? Krishnamurti suggests living without a psychological image at all. That doesn't make you a stone. It makes you free to meet each moment without a mask. You can then see the feeling of no joy without the added pain of "I should be joyful." Let's bring it closer with simple examples. You pick up your phone and scroll. Nothing catches you. You feel flat. Watch the urge to judge yourself. Watch the small twitch in the fingers wanting to find something, anything to feel. Can you put the phone down and feel the restlessness fully? Not as a task, but as a simple fact. The body is restless. The mind is searching. That is what is. If you stay with it for a minute or two, something shifts. Not because you did a technique, but because you stopped running The running was the agitation. Without running, there is a kind of ease, very quiet, very simple. You sit with a friend, they talk about their exciting plans. You feel nothing. See the comparison arise. They have a spark, I don't. See the image of yourself as someone who should be enthusiastic. Notice how that image brings a small hurt. Instead of following it, listen to your friend fully. Not to fix your feeling, not to be polite, but to actually be with the person in front of you. In that attention, you may find a warmth that is not excitement, but something gentler, steadier. You eat your favorite dessert. The first bite is pleasant. Thought immediately says, another. Before the next bite, pause. Feel the body. Is there hunger? Is there simple need? Or is there the memory of pleasure and the push of thought? If it is the push, just see it. You may still take the second bite, but you are beginning to learn the difference between need and desire. Need is simple: a coat when cold, rest when tired, food when hungry. Desire is the image of satisfaction, the me getting something. When you live from need, there is sanity. When you live from desire, there is constant tension. Someone might ask, but if I stop chasing, won't I become dull? Don't I need desire to live? Look around. Has all this chasing brought you real vitality? Or has it scattered your energy? Krishnamurti called desire a great waster of energy because it pulls in many directions at once. Wanting this, fearing that, remembering, projecting. When the movement of desire is seen and naturally quiets, the energy that was spent in chasing is now available, not as noise, not as a high, but as clear attention. That attention has its own light. Another thing to consider: thought is useful but limited. It is memory in motion. It can fix a tap, plan a trip, learn a language. It cannot see the whole of life because it is always an abstraction. When you think about joy, you compare, you measure, you recall. That is fine for organizing, but it does not touch the living fact. Perception does. When there is direct perception of a tree against the sky, of the sound of a train, of the tightness in your chest, There is no me commenting for an instant. In that instant, there is a different quality altogether. You might call it simple presence. You don't need to name it. You can recognize it by its freshness. So why does nothing bring you joy anymore? Perhaps because the old pattern, sensation remembered, thought chasing, desire grasping, has run its course. The mind has worn out its toys that can feel like death if you think joy only lives in the toys. But it can also be the beginning of something honest. What are we to do? Any plan we adopt becomes more chasing. Any method becomes another toy. So we won't offer a method. We will look. When the flatness appears, do nothing to escape. Don't decorate it. Don't condemn it. Don't accept it. Just look. If you ask, how long should I look? You are moved away. See that question too. It is the old machinery wanting a result. In daily life, keep thought in its right place. Use it for practical matters, schedules, tools, directions. Don't let it tell you what you are or what you must feel. Be very simple with need. Eat when hungry. Rest when tired. Say no when something is not needed. Notice when desire dresses up as need. It will say, I need this to feel alive. Does a tree need a story to be alive? Watch hurt as it attempts to register. When someone praises you, when someone criticizes you, be attentive at that instant. Feel the body, the quickening, the heat. If you give total attention, there is no recording and therefore no pile of past hurts and past satisfactions shaping your next moment. Without that pile, life feels lighter. Joy is not an achievement then. It is the absence of the weight. Finally, see if there is a center running this whole affair. A little manager inside who wants to be pleased, who says, I must be joyful, I should be better, I'm failing. Is that manager an actual entity or a bundle of memories, words, images? When you look for it directly, now, without thinking about it, is it there? Or is there just a thought saying me? If the center is seen as thought, it loosens. When the center loosens, the push to become something loosens with it. In that loosening, there is space. In that space, the ordinary becomes extraordinary in its own quiet way. Washing a cup, hearing a dog bark, the feel of air on your face when you open the door. This is not the old joy of peaks and valleys. It's not excitement. It is simple completeness. Nothing added, nothing missing. If you make that into a goal, you lose it. If you try to bring it back tomorrow, you are back in time and desire. So don't touch it. Let it come and go. Let everything come and go. What remains is the capacity to see. And that seeing is the beginning and the end. So when nothing brings you joy anymore, take heart. You may be leaving the fairground. It isn't a mistake. Don't run back for one more ride. Stand still. Listen. Look. Let the mind grow quiet by seeing its own movement. Meet your life without an image. Meet each feeling at the moment it arises with full attention. Let thought serve where it is useful and be silent where it cannot help. Out of that silence, something simple flowers. You don't need to name it. Live it.